Hey, good morning. This is Ben Kruger with Old School Manufacturing. We thought we'd make a short video here concerning the hydraulic controls of your Terminator series weed zapper. This is for the T1 series or for the 2022 T1 and T2 series machines. The T2 2023 and T3 2023 operate differently, so if you have those machines, this video is not for you. So the first thing we're going to go into is a couple different options here on the monitor itself. The first one is our joystick button. This actually tells us what each individual button on the joystick does. We can see whenever I switch the button on the joystick here, I'm switching my top rocker switch here. If we'll watch our monitor, we'll see the indicator change. Now I'm going to switch the bottom rocker switch, which is the little bitty black switch on the joystick. Okay, I'm going to hit my stop button. We'll see it illuminate. So this is kind of a cool way that you can actually test and make sure that everything is working. The last thing I want to mention on this screen is the three buttons over on the left-hand side of your screen here. They are green right now. The first one says cab module communication. The second one says boom module communication. The last one says joystick communication. We're going to go ahead and go into the diagnostic side of this. So at this point, we can see we've got some different things here that you would need to discuss with me. But one of the main things I wanted to mention is right now I have it in the field mode, and I'm actually going to raise and lower my top link. So we're going to watch right here. We're going to see our top link raise. Whenever I hit my switch on my control, we'll see that turn green. Okay. Now I'm going to lower my top link, so we'll go down here to top link lower. Whenever I lower it with the switch, we'll see that turn green. This is kind of a cool way to see if we have an electrical problem or if we have some kind of a safety stopping us. We do have a recent limits here. So at this point we have not been limited. If you hit a button that a safety was limiting you out of, then that screen would appear. We'll hit it again. You can actually lock that screen so that it does not move, so that you can actually read the error that is present. Unlock that screen, it'll automatically go away, or you can exit it manually. We'll exit out of this. We do see our door switch, reverse switch, some different stuff there, but I think that's all we need to actually look at it on this portion of the video. Okay, now we're going to get into the fun side of it, the joystick itself. Please excuse me if the video is not very good, but this is what we have for right now. So, right now we're going to look out here at our boom. We see that our wings are raised up, and I want to lower my wings. I'm going to go over here to my joystick. This is my bottom rocker switch. When I move it to the right, it goes to inner wings. That is indicated right here on the monitor. So once again, when I move that switch, I can see what mode I'm in, okay? So I want to lower my wings. I go to my inner wings here on the monitor. There is right up here in the front of the joystick, there is a rocker switch here. I'm going to lower that rocker switch. We see my wings going down, folding down into the zapping position. One thing I do want to mention, I do not typically let my wings go all the way down. I raise them back up a little bit before I lower my center boom. If I lower my center boom without doing this, I can break the shear bolt on the coulter itself. So at this point, I moved over to, on my bottom rocker switch of my joystick, I've moved over to the main boom portion. Now I will lower my main boom. Of course, you see it going down. That's about the level that I wanted. Now I'll go ahead and lower my wings the rest of the way. Once again, indicated on lower or inner wings. Lower them on down. Lastly, I want to run my outer wings out to run in a 40-foot configuration. The way I do that is top rocker switch on the joystick. I'll move that over to the right position. When I do that, it says outer wing mode on the monitor. I'll hit my down button because I want to put them down in field position. You'll see them move here, down. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to the inner wing position and raise it up just a little bit. Everything is in position. Okay, I am now ready to go outside and put my wing locks down. The wing lock goes over top of the hydraulic cylinder. I'm showing it here in the video. That has to be in place in order to zap weeds. So, we'll go ahead and act like we're zapping here. Standard field operation would involve the buttons up here along the top. And typically you would have your monitor in the joystick, or excuse me, in the top link position on the bottom rocker here, because you're going to do most of your crop height adjustment with the top link. So whenever you get to the end of your row, you would hit your blue button, which automatically stops the zapper and raises the boom up into turnaround position. So we see our wings coming up, our main boom coming up. Okay, we are now in the turnaround position with our zapper. Whenever I get about halfway through my turn, I would hit my blue button. So in other words, I've come out of my rows that I'm zapping on now, and I'm going to go into my next set of rows. About halfway through that turn, I would hit my blue button first. Everything starts lowering in position, and then I would go ahead and hit my green button, which would enable the auto start. Now as soon as I would see my speed and my RPM satisfied, the machine would automatically start itself. So we're going to go ahead and go through that one more time. I'll hit my stop here to stop my auto start. Okay, so I'm zapping. I'm going down my row. I get to the end of my row, I hit my blue button. Everything turns into turnaround position. My wings come up, my center section comes up. I get about halfway through my row, or excuse me, halfway through my turn. I would hit my blue button again, and then automatically go to my green auto start. Everything is still lowering in position. I'm now in auto start. As soon as my safeties are satisfied, I go back to zapping. The blue button will remember the last preset position of your front center bar. It will also put your wings in the float mode. So as you're going through the field, if you want to run your top link up and down, your monitor would need to indicate top link on the bottom rocker switch. The top rocker switch would need to indicate field mode, and then you would just use the rocker switch on the front of the joystick here. So as we're going through the field, we'd just be running our top link up and down to adjust our field height for our crop. Okay, I think that covers it. Thank you guys.